This may be the season of giving, but boy, we have to really be careful who we give to. I know that sounds really like Scrooge-like or not compassionate, but I think some people set themselves up for being the givers without realizing it. And there are people out there who will take and take and take and waste your time and not appreciate at all what you're doing, and you end up being depleted and like forgetting to give to yourself. And it is the season of giving, and I don't mean to sound harsh and opposite to that, but I want to give to the people that, to the right people. I want to give to the people that appreciate it, who, reciprocate things. I don't need to give to receive something back, but I don't want to give so much of myself that I have nothing left. That's not healthy giving, and that can make us actually very resentful and lose strength and our ability to live our own lives. And lately I've just been not caring if I block someone, or if I not reply to someone, or if they are saying something inappropriate or not valuing my time, or making it very apparent that they are going to always be taking but not giving. I don't even have the energy for it anymore. But besides that, I'm like, I feel so much smarter and wiser nowadays. And then it's not like then I turn into the taker or the Scrooge, or the one that's like not compassionate. But then I'm able to give to the people that I really want to give to, and it's just a much better feeling. And I feel fuller of myself to be able to give when I treat myself well as well. Gosh, it's taken me a really long time to learn this, and I think that we learn so much that giving is so important and so valuable and makes us a good person, but that makes it sound as if receiving, accepting, or just standing back to see what someone else does, or giving to yourself is somehow selfish. And that's not true. It's very the opposite. It's like, I think that we need to teach and learn better how to receive, how to, if we're always the giver, to take, to accept, to remind ourselves that constantly giving doesn't necessarily make us a better person, and that someone who looks like they're taking occasionally or sometimes or more often than usual doesn't make them a bad person either. We can learn from the takers. I think a fine balance would be really, really helpful. I mean, even us asking for help, like, we don't learn that is something that we can do. It's like, oh no, we have to do it all ourselves. I mean, even during this season where it's like Christmas and there's, so much about presents and giving and all of this, like, even Santa asks for help. Like, he has his reindeers, my favorite being Dancer, of course, and Prancer. But yeah, he, that whole story, that whole idea of, Santa being everywhere all at once and being able to do all these things, like, he still gets help, and he is obviously accepting of the help and needing the help, and it's okay. It doesn't make Santa, incapable because he has reindeers. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm talking about this, but I do love Santa. That's why I'm wearing red tonight. It's, you know, a few days before Christmas, but it's Christmas week coming up, or weekend before Christmas, and I wanted to get into the spirit. I tried on a few like Christmas Santa hats, but they either didn't fit me very well or they weren't the right thing. So here I am, just in my red outfit. It's my color anyway. It's winter solstice tonight as well, the longest day of the year, and it's supposed to bring out a lot of our shadow and darkness, and maybe that's why I'm sounding all like Grinch-y or negative, but I don't think it's a negative thing. It's actually like I said, I think it would have been really helpful for all of us to learn way back a long time ago that giving is not the only, you know, valuable quality to have in that exchange. The giver has to have someone that is willing to receive and willing to take. And if one person is always the giver or one person is always the receiver or the taker, when things get out of balance, it can be a really unhealthy dynamic. And like I said in my last video, where I'm letting go of guilt and, you know, taking one day at a time to let go of this like hang up and conditioning that I have about guilt, I think that's very connected to conditioning of like giving. Like you're supposed to only be the giver, like, you know. And I know today I'm stopping that. I'm like, I'm gonna take, I'm gonna receive, I'm gonna be accepting and very grateful for getting something, not to give to receive, not to get to, you know, waste someone's time or whatever. I know that when I receive or I'm accepting or taking, it's not going to be an overload, because I've been in giving mode for way too long. I know there are way more people out there who have been far exceedingly well versed in giving than I ever have been. My mom definitely was. But then you end up not taking care of yourself. And I think that we are meant to be here to take care of ourselves, not just other people. So this season, I'm also going to be giving a lot to myself. Tonight, I'm going to sit in that energy. Let me know how your winter solstice is going and what your plans are for Christmas. And if you don't have plans, that's totally okay as well. I am excited because I have two nieces and they get me really hyped up for Christmas. But besides that, I just like the warmth. I like the energy. I'm planning to be very low-key this year, like most years, but definitely in the playful, festive, yeah, excited for what is to come kind of season for this Christmas and the New Year. Thanks for listening. Happy solstice, and I will see you soon.